Hey everyone, welcome back to Blakeslee Acres. I'm Joe. Today we are doing the second part of our yields for carcass on animals. This video is going to be on pigs. Is the butcher stealing my meat is the big question. No, I'm just joking. Uh, I do hear it a lot, but we're also doing this for people that are new into raising pigs or buying pork from somebody, and they're curious on how much they can expect to get back from that animal. So to hop into it, we're basing this off of um, a pre-done study from Oklahoma University. They base it off a 250-pound live hog. From everything that I've read on percentage-wise and done over the years, they say about 57% back on hogs is pretty good for retail cuts. Just like the beef, that is going to be determined by the kind of cuts you ask for. If you want all sausage or ground, you're going to get less percentage back. If you want all bone in and you want all the extra bones and the leaf lard and the back fat and all that, you're going to get more percentage for your live weight. So based on a 250-pound live weight hog, they're going to dress out around 180 pounds, and you should get back roughly 144 pounds of retail cuts. This thing is saying roughly 28 pounds of fresh hams. I'm seeing between 10 and 20 pounds of ham depending on the weight of the pig. For the loin section, 23 pounds. Now the loin can be, you're looking at country style ribs, your pork chops, your center cut loin chops, the rib chops, or you can get boneless pork chops or loin roast, and then you'll get your whole tenderloin back. You can get your baby back ribs out of there. The more you keep, the more percentage you get back, of course. Bacon, they're saying roughly 23 pounds of fresh bacon. That weight should go down a little bit if you get smoked. Same thing with the hams. You usually, like, hams are brined, so they gain a little bit of water weight. But when you smoke them, you're essentially pulling the moisture out of that meat when you smoke it. So you're gonna get a little less weight back. That goes for any smoked meat you might get from your animal. So it's about 6 pounds of spare ribs, 9 pounds of Boston butts, 12 pounds of fresh picnic. Those should be pretty close, comparable in size. The picnic is the lower part of the shoulder that attaches to your front hock, and your Boston butt is the top half of the shoulder that connects into the spine and the neck area, which, a good pig doesn't really have a neck to it per se. The head attaches right there. Good meaty size, stout, good pig, you want something nice and wide. You get a bigger chop that way, but you also want to get the length out of them so you can get more bacon and chops. So your pig feet should be around 3 pounds, the head around 5 pounds, 23 pounds of back fat depending on how lean the pig was. It could be a lot less than that, a little bit more depending on the breed. I just processed my 2-year-old Mangalitsa sow that wasn't breeding today, and she's got quite a bit of back fat on her and a good amount of leaf lard. I'm excited to get some lard out of her. Probably do a video on rendering that down. But they're a lard type pig, so they're going to have more lard and less weight in meat. So miscellaneous trim, you're turning it into sausage and stuff. This is saying 9 pounds. I'm getting about 30 pounds of pig, and that's based on a 200-pound pig, give or take, depending on the cuts that you want. You might want more ground, you want more breakfast sausage or mild Italian or kielbasa or chorizo or hot Italian, you name it, you whatever flavors you like, or even fresh ground pork. Some people enjoy using that instead of ground beef in certain dishes. So yeah, that's your basic breakdown. So now, how many chops? Right now on the animals I'm doing at 3/4 inch, I'm getting somewhere between 28 and 36 chops for a whole animal. This is saying anywhere from 15 to 30 per side. So, of course, the breed of pig's going to play a big part in this. You get something like a Cooney Coon, you're going to get a lot less chops and a lot less bacon off of it because they're shorter. Stubbier pigs, Berkshire is a little bit shorter but nice and wide. So you might get, a handful of chops less, but you're going to gain that in the size of your chops on that nice rounded wide back. That's why a lot of people are crossing them. So like I said, I've been getting average of 28 to 36 chops per pig, 3/4 inch. 20 to 35 pounds of sausage, depending on the cuts you get. 2 racks of whole spare ribs, 2 racks of baby back ribs if you're getting boneless chops. Now, if you're getting smaller Boston butts, you can get 2 to 6 of those and 2 to 6 of the picnics, depending on the pig and the size of the animal. Bacons I have wrote down here between 16 and 30 pounds of bacon in bacon ends and 20 to 40 pounds of hams or ham steaks. Anything you want done out of that, pretty much. Ham ends cut down into chunks for smoking. Pigs are a lot better utilized and a lot less trim because you're not aging them. There's really no point in aging them. The muscles don't have the great bacteria in them to break down like a beef does. Some people say they've noticed a difference. I've been processing for quite a few years now, and I have not seen a difference on my pigs or any other pigs that I processed. Not maybe it works for you, but in my shop, I just don't have the time to hang them that long. The max they're hung here is 5 to 6 days, depending on when I dispatch them throughout the week. So that's pretty much the breakdown. Now, like I said, the depending on what kind of cuts you get, the more percentage you're going to get back, and also the breeds. I'm seeing my one old spot cross gilt up there. She's nice and long. She's not as wide as my Berkshire boar. I'm excited to see what happens when I cross that old spot blood with the Berkshire and Duroc. I heard that that's a good 3-way cross. See what happens to get a nice long pig for longer loin and longer bacon, but I also want something that's nice and stocky and wide to give a little bit more volume to those chops. And the marbling and the nice dark red meat that has a lot of flavor to it. So yeah, that's the full breakdown of a pig. It's not, nothing major. They're a little bit easier than a cow because you don't have so much variation. Of course, you start dropping off from what I explained, you're going to get less. Or if you got you really, say a year and a half old gilt that never would breed for you and you took her in, still good for cuts and stuff, but you're going to get a lot more because she's going to be a lot bigger. Maybe not a lot more like chops in quantity, but you're going to get bigger chops. You're going to get more sausage, more fat, a little bit bigger bacons, bigger hams. So it's good. Of course, it's going to vary with weight and everything and the breed and what you're feeding them and how you're feeding them. But yeah, that's the breakdown. So as always, if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, share, and ring the notification bell, it's greatly appreciated. I'm going to keep up on this content. I'm getting pretty excited about some different stuff we're doing. Got some new ideas and some other stuff I want to get done. So we're hoping to film. It looks like it's going to be pretty nice this week to get some outdoor content done. Versus what we've been getting hammered with the last few weeks. It's winter in Western New York. We're supposed to hit 50 this week. I'm excited about that, but I'm not excited for all the mud. I hope to catch you guys on the next one.